Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord and our Crusade Carnate Byron focused playthrough with many horse archers. Yes, exactly. Anyway, we're going to be fighting this guy. Yes, 243 against R72. Now, the thing is that basically, if we can take this guy down, the Southern Empire will literally have nothing left. I think they will have nothing left at that point, which I think would be hilarious in many different ways, and it would be pretty fun to see what's happening. So hopefully we can do something about it, and hopefully I can continue to be extremely lucky with my shots that I was making just there. Did you see that? Wow, I was actually kind of surprised. Yeah, problematic things are happening though, because it seems like we are actually in a battle in a village. And no doubt you can see why that's an issue. So, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to do anything here. We might have to retreat just literally because the enemy might have way too easy a time of closing the gap in this area. And that might be a bit of a problem. A pretty big problem, actually. So if we can just continue to do damage to them, that's literally all we need to do. If we can just, you know, take a couple down here or there. Byron doesn't really have to do that much. He can literally just go and attack these guys and kind of stay on the outskirts of the blob. That's technically what I like to call it. And we're just gonna try and stay alive. That's it. You know, that's all we got to do. Just try and stay alive as best as I can. And there's a nice kill. Oh yes. I like to kill those guys. They really have a lot of armor and a lot of damage as well. They're capable of doing a lot of damage if you let them. Is that... Yeah, there we go. I was just about to say, is that actually one of the enemy lords? Oh, look at that. Double kill from 2 enemy lords straight up. Very nice indeed. Got to be a bit careful here. Oh, my horse. My horse was like, oh, jump. Better jump right there, yes. Okay, so we got to be a bit careful here as well, because no doubt you can see my horse is just about to die. So hopefully we are not going to get in a situation where we're going to get stuck and then killed by a bunch of enemies. Ooh, got to kill that sergeant. There we go. Yep, took him down. Very nice. I'm learning a little bit more about how I should have the speed of my my horse. Because, as I've said in the previous episode, I really love going super fast with the horse because, you know, you've got a good amount of riding skill. You might as well go super fast, you know? It just feels good to go really fast when you are riding through the snow or the sand dunes or whatever the case may be. It just is it's very satisfying to see how fast you're actually able to go in comparison to when you first started the character. I think that makes a huge difference. Anyway, I think we're done here. I mean, kind of obviously, isn't it? Seems like the enemy really just doesn't have anything anymore that can actually fight us, which is kind of amazing in itself, because I would expect the Southern Empire to have quite a bit. But there you go. They are actually attempting to run away now. I'm going to try and get a couple of long-range kills. Just because I can. This is a long bow after all. And I actually got a headshot right there. Wow, okay, might as well end the battle on that. That's a pretty nice highlight for us. And there you go. We ended up losing 2 units to the Grim Reaper. Nothing really too bad, I don't think. And you can actually see here that it actually displays a message down at the bottom here that those guys were taken prisoner by us, which is very cool. That's something that hasn't really happened before, because we weren't really part of anything. We were just a mercenary, rogue lord of some kind, and it really wasn't coming up with anything. So yeah, it's pretty cool that we can actually see that now. Going to take some of those braces right there, because those braces are definitely going to be something that someone else will want to use. As you can see, Sophia could potentially use that. And then we have Sulatha with a potential upgrade. And then we have Bedur with a potential upgrade as well. And of course, I'm going to be locking my glaive as well, because with the new auto-equip mod, we do have the opportunity to lock slots. So those things will not get replaced if you don't want them to be. Anyway, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. That's not the end of the episode. Don't worry. That isn't the end of the episode. We're going to be just going in here real quick and basically that's all I'm going to do in regards to vassals. I actually don't know whether all of their vassals have actually been taken prisoner by me now. Because let's actually just take a quick look here. So they've got 5. They've got 5. They've got 5. Whoa, it's actually a lot. And they've got 3. So that's 18 so far. And then we've got 20, 22, 24, 27, 29, 31, 32. Okay, so they have a total of 32 vassals in their faction. That's pretty impressive, but where are the rest? There's no one very close by. You may see some pretty high numbers around here, but they're mostly going to be looters and bandits, because I have the More Bandits mod installed. And, well, this might actually give me a really good opportunity to go over to... Who is it again? I think it's the guy in Maranath. Yeah, the guy in Maranath, because I've completed the quest now, by the way. You know the quest. The Neretz's Folly quest, I've completed that. So we can hopefully go over to Maranath, and we can speak to him, and we can say I'm going to create my own independent faction, and hopefully that's going to give us a kingdom. Alright, so here we are. Now, I believe I have to speak to Arzagos, is it not? I think I do, yes. Arzagos' house. So we're going to speak to him. Whoa, I am much shorter. Yeah, I made Byron a pretty short guy. Yeah, kind of like me in real life, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, yes, there we go. I believe I have a piece of the dragon banner. Well, is that true? You may have one piece of the banner, but it's of little use in itself. You have to find the other parts. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to find the other parts. Oh, dear. Right, I too would see the Empire destroyed. I'll tell you what I know. I heard about one other piece. Okay, so now we're going to have to try and find the pieces. This is actually going to be kind of difficult because I still have my castle. My castle is still a thing, and it might be a bit difficult. Oh, it seems like I just have to go in there and fight some forest bandits. That shouldn't be too difficult, but I have to wait until nighttime. This is actually pretty bad because in this time, my castle could come under siege. I can only hope that our wife will do a good job in defending it. I haven't seen any messages to kind of let me know that anything like that's happening, so I guess what I can just do is tell my people just to fire at will however they like, and we'll just tell them to charge and just eliminate these forest bandits really, really quickly. Gotta say, I really like the lighting effects and the various smoke effects and fire and all that stuff that you can see in Bannerlord. I feel like they've done a very good job on that. And otherwise, let's see if we can get some snipes. Or not. Apparently this guy doesn't even know he's being shot at for the most part. Ah, did I really miss that? I can't believe it. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy victory for us because we just literally have heavy horse archers, and those guys are so incredibly good. Personally, I feel like horse archers are not that good when it comes to the mountain bandit hideouts. Maybe that's just me, but when I did that earlier in the series, I did not have a very good time of things. Ooh, that was a nice hit. Very nice. But yeah, I did not have a good time going in there because the enemy had like 40 units or something along those lines in the actual hideout, and we had about 7 or 8 or something like that. Wow, look at this. We're actually we are just gonna say I don't fight duels with brigands because all my guys are literally just gonna mob him, and that's gonna be a very easy victory for us. There you go. And that means that we now have one piece of the dragon banner. I actually forgot that you still have to jump through a couple of hoops. And that's also something that I'm not a big fan of at the moment, being restricted by the quest. I know that there are a couple of console commands and stuff like that that can actually get you through these kinds of things, but personally I don't think you should have to use console commands to make your own faction. I mean, you don't have to, obviously. You can just do it normally in the way that everyone does it, you know, doing this quest. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of harsh because I feel like you should be able to yeah, I need to find Istiana now, but I feel like what you should be able to do is literally just go take a castle, and then have your kingdom be made, and that's it. I feel like that would be a really good way to do it. At the moment, though, it seems like no one is deciding to besiege my castle at the moment, which is really good. That's really, really good. Very surprised about that. I thought that maybe we would have some issues with it, but you know, if that's the way that it's going to be, then that's the way it's going to be. But it seems like they're not escaping either, as you can see. They're not escaping, which is really, really good, because we have so far seen before that their chance to escape is just insanity. That is just really, really good for them, and that's not particularly nice. So we're just going to scroll through here. If you want to see this conversation before, I recommend watching the Barney playthrough, because I basically go through everything manually there. You know, finding the lords, speaking to people, experiencing all the conversations, you know, stuff like that. So I'd recommend watching that if you want to see the story a little bit. Bear in mind that this actual story quest, the overarching story quest, is not yet complete in the early access version of Bannerlord, so we're not really missing out on too much. But anyway, I tend to use the banner. Tell me where it is. Aha, yes. I don't intend to use the banner to support the Empire, that's for sure. Alright, so we now need to go over to the other hideout, which is just over here. And I believe the developers have actually made the hideout fights a little easier, because it used to be very, very difficult. It used to be a situation where you'd go into a hideout and there'd be like 15 guys, 16 guys maybe, and you'd have about 5. And around this point, when I was playing with Barney, things didn't, let's just say they didn't really go well. They didn't really go well. I basically barely did it each time, and it was very, very close. Close shaves every single time. So yeah, if you want to be on the edge of your seat, then you can definitely watch those episodes, because they are, ooh, you know, they really do push you to your limit. Anyway, I'm just going to eliminate these guys and get the next banner piece. Oh, that is actually kind of hilarious. My guys are going over the mountain, as you can see, because they just literally want to go in a straight line toward the opponent, and that is just, that is hilarious. I mean, considering they're Kurgits, you know, I would expect that from Sturgians or something like that, but Kurgits, nah, they kind of like the flat battlefields, because they, you know, they like their horses to run on the flat battlefields and make all the damage that way. But no, apparently they want to do a little bit of mountain climbing in the snow. There you go. That's indeed a victory for us, and we're going to have to do the boss battle as well. I mean, I personally feel like the bandit boss should just see how many units they actually have to fight, and then just literally run away and give us an immediate victory, you know, or give us some kind of conversation, you know. I mean, I think that is definitely going to be something that the developers will probably work on as time goes on, because if you think about it this way, just think about if you create a character that is all about talking to people, and I'm talking about charm here for the most part. So just think about having a really high charm skill, really high social skill, and then you go into a hideout and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, Mr. Bossman, you know, I mean, just look at this. I can charm and persuade you to not fight me. And then as a result, then you're going to be able to skip out the fighting, because maybe your character's not particularly good with fighting. So I think that that is actually kind of a cool idea, and definitely something that I feel like the developers might want to consider, at least in the future, because let's face it, every single RPG, open world sort of game has the option, especially when there are a lot of conversations, has the option to persuade people. And I'm looking at the Fallout series here mostly. So, you know, Fallout New Vegas, more specifically, is one of my favorite games, and it's just fantastic. The amount of conversation options that you have is crazy good. Also, you got to bear in mind that there are a lot of other RPGs that have come out in recent times, not just the old stuff like New Vegas, but other things have come out, like Divinity Original Sin 2. That is fantastic RPG, and being able to select all these different conversation options, persuade people, and you know, see what happens from those choices. Very, very fun. And that's exactly what I think an RPG should be all about. Player choice, you know, player choice. Anyway, there you go. When you unfurl this banner and men see it, what they thought was lost, it will make a powerful impression. Clearly you have been chosen by heaven for a great purpose. I see the makings of a legend here. Allow me to call you Bannerlord. Right then, to the business of bringing down this cursed empire. As I see it, you have two options. You can create your... Yes, I'm going to create my own kingdom. Your clan must be independent of any current realm. You must have a significant amount of renown. We surely do have that. You must gather a considerable amount of men. Maybe not that. And you must rule a settlement that is not imperial. Find me when you are ready. Right. Well, I'm actually ready. Hello. About creating my own kingdom. I'm still working on it. No, do I not have enough? Create a non-imperial kingdom. Okay, so as you can see, I am independent. I do own a settlement. I just need to get more troops. No, now I'm going to be rushing to try and get the amount of troops that I need. Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look here. Where is my castle? It's all the way over there, isn't it? Okay, so that's reasonably close by to Khuzait territory as well, which is pretty good. So we're just going to rush back there as soon as possible. Now, here's the annoying thing about this particular quest. I'm going to have to, I mean, obviously getting the troops. I don't mind getting the troops. I think that's absolutely fine. But the one thing that is kind of frustrating to me right now is that I have to go all the way over there, and then I have to come all the way back to speak to the guy. I personally feel like I should just get the guys, and then, you know, the guy should find me or something like that. I mean, I know he's just helping us and things like that, so maybe I shouldn't complain about it. Oh, well. Never mind, never mind. Okay, let's just briefly stop in at Sesterdheim Castle and see exactly what is being built there. Okay, manage the castle. Okay, cool. So, yeah, also the developers have actually changed things around a little bit, by the way. So now when you put gold into the reserve, it actually boosts a project by plus 50 construction instead of doubling it. So it is just a flat value now instead of a 2 times speed, which I think is actually quite good. I think that is quite nice because initially when you've just taken a castle or a town, it is pretty slow to get the construction up and running. And you can see here the boost from the reserve is fantastic. And we would have 28, we would actually have 56 if we had a total of that. Actually, no, we would have a little bit more. We'd have a little bit more than 56. So 85 is actually pretty good, in my opinion. So that's quite nice to see. And we're just going to continue building things. Yana is doing absolutely fine here. And can I actually speak to her? Can I speak to her in here? I think I can. If I go to the Lord's Hall, I should be able to speak to her. Because I would like to get some relation with her, if at all possible. I wonder how I can get relation with her. Maybe I can speak to her and say... Ooh, there was something I would like to discuss. No. Quick question? No. Right. Yeah, that's not going to help. Don't really want to play a game of Pulak, thank you very much. But yeah, otherwise let's just move on then, I suppose. And we'll try and get as many units as I can get my hands on. Now, what do we have here? Yeah, we have someone attempting to besiege Sesterdheim Castle. And I'm not really happy about this because I was actually in Khuzait territory up until a very short time ago. And these guys decided to besiege it. Now, obviously, my wife is here. Not a big fan of someone attempting to attack my wife, especially this fellow who is a mercenary, who has literally just signed up with the Southern Empire. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of nomads. I've been leveling up. Oh yeah, these guys can actually go away. Thank you very much. I didn't mean to get those guys. Probably should have put them in the garrison, but it's done now. It's done. Nothing to be done about it. Anyway, so let's have a look. Less influence needed to summon vassals for war. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? What about this? Your settlement's prosperity grows at quadruple normal rate. Nah, I'm pretty good with the warmonger one, because we're probably going to have to do a bunch of war-like stuff as we progress forward. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to wait here. Yep, as I thought he would. He's going to run away, but I am not going to let him go. I just wanted to fight in the daytime or a little bit more light. And we're going to see how we do here. Obviously, we do have a lot of infantry now, so I'm not a big fan of that. But this guy has such a small army that we shouldn't have too many difficulties with him. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to do a little bit of damage to some of his horse archers or something like that, because you can see here his horse archers are going to be kind of difficult for us, maybe. Oh, 98 damage, not bad. Oh, Khuzait? Are you serious? Why is he using Khuzait units? Okay. I thought he was an Aserai defector or something, or an Aserai mercenary company. But it looks as though... No, never mind. He is actually using Imperial units, and I'm almost about to die. I really don't want to die in this particular fight, so I'm actually going to hang back a little bit and maybe do a little bit of damage with my bow from here. If I can. Just bear in mind that I've got to be a bit slower, you know. Got to make sure that I'm a bit slower with my movements and things. And I don't, that's the thing, usually when I'm also moving slow, I don't really want to do that because I'm going to then get murdered by some crossbow bolt or something like that. Now do bear in mind that if my nomads do end up dying, then that is just how it has to be, and hopefully we're going to still have above 100 units. That also reminds me, by the way, that there's a mod that I would like to download that I forgot to do so before recording this episode, because I would like to get the one that adds a recruiter function. And basically, as I've explained before, the recruiter function was present in Warband as well. And basically what it does is it just allows an NPC to go out to various places. You know, you can choose which culture it goes out to, so Khuzait in our case, and he'll just recruit a bunch of people. And then he'll return to your garrison, and he'll place those in the garrison, and that's basically it. And it's really good. It's a really, really good service. You pay a little bit of money for his services, and then, you know, you're all good. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to install that and have it actually work for us. Because as we are going to progress forward in our campaign to take over the entirety of the map, it is going to be quite difficult to continually garrison and defend and all that stuff ourselves without any kind of backup. So I'm thinking that we're probably going to need something like that. Anyway, we're just going to take this guy prisoner, and I will not be taking anything from him. Thank you very much. We'll just have a look at the values here. Anything? Yeah, these things could be pretty good. These not so much. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem there. Okay, good. And we've now taken a prisoner, so he can go and join a bunch of his friends. Do bear in mind that the mod that I've installed has a maximum duration. And the default maximum duration for keeping prisoners is, I believe, 70 or 80 days. And I don't know how long it's been. But they do have an opportunity every single day to escape, as far as I'm aware. So there is also that. But otherwise, let's just continue to get upgrades for our castle. We're just going to make this the utter best castle in the entire land, if we can. And that is good. Okay, so I have over 100 units now. And there's a looter band with 362 looters in it. What insanity is that? Okay, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to head back to Maranath now because I do have 97, but I actually do have a couple of troops wounded. So we're going to be creating a kingdom. And yes, we are going to go and speak to him right away. And I think we do have a couple of people that actually leveled up. So let's get these guys leveled up so we can actually start running a little bit faster on the map. I was a bit worried, you know, not being able to get back here in time for the siege. And I'm a bit worried that there's going to be more people attempting to besiege us while I'm away. So I'm hopeful that that will not be the case. What? What? How did our wife become pregnant when we're not there? Are you serious? It might be the case, actually, that my time staying there literally just now might have caused that. I want to believe that rather than the other thing. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. whether the child takes after one of us or not, because we already know what they look like. But yeah, that's going to be kind of amusing. Okay, about creating my own kingdom. I'm ready. I'll have my informants spread the word across the land that a new kingdom has arisen. Let the fields of Calradia be watered with imperial blood. And there we go. Okay, so we now have the Bear-Tilled Kingdom. I think we can change the name of our kingdom. Oh, and look at this. We're actually not at war against them any further, which is... Wait a minute. Does that mean we don't have them as prisoners anymore? Oh, if that is indeed the case, that's really bad, because that means that... well, I guess it's not that bad, because they still are extremely weakened. Oh. Oh, hello. Hello there. Okay, so Regea has actually escaped, as you can see by that message right there. She's escaped from captivity. I am going to be accepting this audience because Gifor is actually a good vassal, or at least I think he is a good guy. I beg you for mercy. Maybe you could indulge me. Sure. I'm in a good mood today, so now you're free. There we go. And we've increased our relation by a massive amount with everyone, which is exactly what we want. Joron is also, I think, a decent guy. Oh, wow, everyone's asking us for an audience now. Yes, I'm just going to say yes to everyone because... Are you serious right now? I just got a crash? Ah, no, that's really, really bad. I actually hope that my autosave has saved things here. I have no idea why I'm getting these crashes. It's really bad, isn't it? It is really, really bad. Alright, so we've got some more people here that are wanting to be set free, and I'm going to do most of these people. Hopefully we're not going to suffer another crash. As you can see, my relation with this... Wow, that clan has gone skyrocketing up really, really nicely. I'm actually just going to save here real quick because I'm a bit worried that it might crash again. I don't really know what was causing that, to be honest, because I'm using the same mods that I was before. So... don't know why that would make any difference. Ah, there was actually an update. The developers pushed an update to Bannerlord itself, and that might be causing a bit of instability, but, well, we'll see. Regea actually wants to speak to us, and we're going to be letting her go, just because we're no longer at war against the Southern Empire, and we would quite easily be able to defeat them again if it came down to that. So pretty happy with how it's gone so far, and who knows, we could potentially try to attract some of those guys over to our side now. I think that would be kind of cool. And we've got walls level 3, as you can see, and we've also got a couple of other things going on here. We're just going to put another 10k in there as well, and we're just going to wait here for some time, I suppose, and we'll just let our castle build itself up. And as I said as well, I'm probably going to go and install that recruiter mod. Hopefully it will work for me and I won't suffer any crashes from it or anything like that. But yeah, seems like a lot of other people are going to be asking us for their release, which I will definitely be doing. Oh, what? Oh, I see. What? Regea wants to... Oh, I see. Okay, so she's sending an emissary to us to ask for someone else's release. Ah, okay, I did not realize that at the time. Okay, that's good to know. But there you go. We are actually a part of our own kingdom, as you can see. A kingdom of the Bear-Tilled, actually. Kingdom of the Bear-Tilled. That is actually kind of hilarious. I might leave it like that, but if you have any name suggestions for a kingdom, then by all means, let me know. Maybe there's going to be some really funny ones. And yeah, I would very much like to hear your suggestions. There's a lot of other stuff here that I definitely want to do. I'm thinking we'll probably do ruler. Ruler's party size is increased by 80, but we already have a massive party as it is. I've got like 180, so I don't think I really need more than that potentially. So there's that, you know. There is that, and I think I probably want to make one of my companions a vassal, and I don't exactly know who that's going to be at the moment. If I can actually do that, to be honest. I might be able to. I can just kick him from the clan. That doesn't really help us, does it? So, yeah, we can assign a governor to these places, but that's it. How do I make vassals? I'm actually unsure about that. There's diplomacy. As you can see, my total strength is, well, actually not even that bad in comparison to the Northern Empire, but they are about to get themselves eliminated, I think. The Southern Empire has a lot of strength as well, as you can see. We're at peace with everyone right now. And I wonder how I can make companions into vassals. I actually don't know how to do that. I might have to look through all of these policies as well, but unfortunately I don't have any influence at the moment, so we're probably going to have to declare war against someone. Yeah, I guess what we'll do is create a new party, and we'll create, I guess Bedal can create a party, and then he can just go off and do whatever he wants to do, and his party size is 80, so that's pretty decent, and yeah, we'll have him walk around and try and, you know, recruit people, get stronger, and then we can ask him into an army, and then we might be able to do some stuff with him, which would actually be quite fun. But otherwise, I guess that will actually be it for this episode. And next time, we'll do some other stuff. And I think we'll probably be going to war against the Southern Empire if we don't have any way of doing any kind of diplomacy with them, because just look at how much relation we're getting with all of their vassals. It's actually kind of crazy. And I know that releasing a lot of them at the same time is probably not the best idea, but I have confidence that we will be able to defeat them again. But maybe I'm being a bit too overconfident in that respect. But anyway, that is it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.